This is not just a proverb. This is a story carved out of real life. A story born under the silence of the night. Among cattle, trust, fatigue, and a single moment of sleep that changed everything. In Somali culture, proverbs are not invented for entertainment. They are born from experience, from loss and gain, from sharp lessons learned the hard way. Tonight's story takes us back to two men, two friends, two cows waiting to give birth. One man stayed awake, guarding the animals, watching the night closely. The other man, exhausted, chose sleep. By morning, both cows had given birth. But only one man walked away with the future. What happened next was not written in books, yet it became wisdom passed down through generations. A single sentence captured it all. The one who sleeps, his cow gives birth to a bull. This story is not really about cows. It is about effort versus comfort, awareness versus neglect, those who stay awake, and those who sleep while opportunity passes. Stay with this story until the end, because hidden inside it is a lesson about life, success, and time that is still as true today as it was on that silent night. Opportunities are lost by those who sleep on them. Welcome back once again. Today, I bring to you one of the most fascinating and wisdom-filled Somali proverbs. Not only will we explore the meaning of this proverb, but I will also share with you the story behind how this proverb was born. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and support the channel, so I can continue sharing more wisdom, lessons, and inspiring stories like this one. Now, let us begin. Today's proverb is, "You snooze, you lose." In Somali, this proverb is beautifully expressed as, "Ninki siksta sakis dibi delay." At first glance, Somali proverbs are often very direct in their meaning. The Somali language is rich, expressive, and deeply connected to daily life, especially pastoral life. Unlike some languages where proverbs rely heavily on abstract metaphors, many Somali proverbs clearly reveal their meaning through the words themselves. However, to truly appreciate this proverb, especially for those who do not speak Somali, we need to understand the story behind it. So let me take you back to the origin of this proverb. Once upon a time, there were two close friends, both of whom were livestock herders. They lived a pastoral life, depending entirely on their cattle for survival, wealth, and future prosperity. One important thing to understand about Somali pastoral culture is this: female livestock are highly valued. Why? Because when you own female animals, your wealth grows. If someone owns 100 female camels or cows, those animals will eventually give birth to another 100. That is how prosperity multiplies. Because of this, Somali herders always hope their animals give birth to females rather than males. One day, both friends had cows that were about to give birth. After a long day of herding and protecting their animals from dangerous predators such as lions and hyenas, night finally fell. Exhausted, they brought their cattle into their enclosure. One of the friends became extremely tired and said to the other, "My friend, I am exhausted. I'm going to sleep. Please stay awake tonight and watch over the cows that are about to give birth. Protect them from predators." The other friend agreed, and so, one man slept, while the other stayed awake. During the night, both cows gave birth. The cow belonging to the man who stayed awake gave birth to a male calf. The cow belonging to the man who slept gave birth to a female calf. Instead of being honest, the man who stayed awake made a selfish decision. He secretly switched the calves. He took the female calf for himself and gave the male calf to his sleeping friend. When morning arrived, the sleeping man woke up and noticed something strange. He saw that his cow was now nursing a male calf. Confused, he asked his friend, "My friend, did my cow really give birth to a male calf?" The other man replied confidently, "Yes, it did." Shocked, the man said, "That doesn't make sense. How can my cow give birth to a male, while yours gave birth to a female?" That was when the man who stayed awake calmly replied with these words, "Ninki siksta sakis dibi delay," which literally translates to, "The one who sleeps, his cow gives birth to a bull." And that is how this powerful proverb was born. Let us now break down the Somali words to understand how clearly the meaning appears. Ninki, the person who. Siksta, sleeps or is not alert. Sakasi, his cow, Dibby, a male calf. Delay, gave birth. Literally, it means, the person who sleeps, his cow gives birth to a male. But as with all great proverbs, the true meaning goes far beyond the literal words. The deeper meaning of this proverb is clear and powerful. It teaches us that the person who does not work hard, the person who is lazy, the person who wastes time, the person who sleeps while others stay alert, and the person who ignores opportunities will not achieve success. That person will miss out on good outcomes and will be left with loss instead of growth. At the same time, the proverb teaches the opposite lesson. The person who stays awake, the person who is disciplined, the person who works hard, the person who values time, and the person who takes responsibility is the one who succeeds. That person achieves their dreams. That person becomes someone others admire and applaud. Now you can clearly see why this Somali proverb perfectly matches the English saying, "You snooze, you lose." Or, opportunities are lost by those who sleep on them. Different languages, different cultures, but the same universal truth. If you learned something valuable from today's proverb, please support the channel by sharing it with others. Your encouragement motivates me to continue bringing you more wisdom, more stories, and more explanations that everyone can understand. Thank you so much for listening.